In order to get a hold of you, the young master of the little sect, the saint, I actually brought you to my door to break off the engagement with the person of my destiny on the birthday of the destined person. I saw a magnificent African ship in the sky. A man and a woman fly down hand in hand. Only then did everyone see clearly. That woman is clearly Luton, the saint of Tianjian sect. Everyone looked at the head of the Yi family again, and their eyes became strange. It is said that Lu Tan has an engagement with Yi Chen of the Yi family. But now she is intimate with a man in front of the Yi family. For a moment, everyone looked like they were watching a show. At this time, Yi Chen looked at the terrace nestled on your shoulder. My eyes turned red involuntarily. I just feel the anger in my heart rising. A sudden sound, a quick and hoarse voice sounded in Yi Chen's mind. Yi Zhaozi, calm down. This young man is already in the period of Empress Wu. Look at the dancing king in the sky. This person must be a distinguished guest from the central region. If you are not careful, the Yi family will be destroyed right in front of you. Hearing this, Yi Chen could only suppress his anger. Everyone in Gubu shouted, "What are you doing here?" Suddenly Lu Tan took out a contract and threw it out. Signed the contract in a cold voice. No connection from now on. Looking at the scroll, Yi Chen wanted to yell angrily. But I can't say it. He whispered secretly for a long time, then slowly raised his head and said, "No need." Suddenly, the surrounding Yi family elders shouted angrily and shocked the curtain. Afraid of neglecting you, thus causing disaster. Yi Chen seemed not to see it. Raising his hand, he took out a piece of silver paper from his chest. It's not that you divorce me today, but I divorce you. Hearing this, the head of the Yi family couldn't help but change his expression, quickly approaching Yi Chen. A hard slap. Kneel down for the shameless thing. Then I look at you. I couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief when I saw you didn't move. Then Yi Chen clenched his fists. 30 years of sound in Hedong. 30 years in Hexi. Don't bully young people into poverty. At this time, your voice slowly sounded, the 11th level of the 5th disciple. Not bad, if you can break through the 12th level. You are not qualified to come and kiss me. Yi Chen was immediately shocked and angry, and spoke shamelessly. If you and I were in the same situation, it would be easy to defeat you. I cry secretly in my heart. Because Remnant Soul told him. A genius like you is extremely arrogant. Looks dangerous today. But this is not the case. As long as you can be stabilized, the Yi family is not in danger. And if you can think of a way to calculate it, let you enter a battle with him or make an appointment to fight. Then no one would dare to trouble him in advance. You suddenly showed your face and stood up slowly. You are challenging me. Yi Chen suddenly felt happy. If you have the guts to suppress your cultivation and fight me, it's easy to worship you. Suddenly a terrifying aura erupts from your body. People here are oppressed by their momentum as they advance, lying on the ground. If you don't mean to restrain yourself, I'm afraid these people have been crushed into flesh by the momentum. Yi Chen gently picked her up. I stood up with all my strength. I refuse to accept other hardships. The person lying on the ground has a look of disbelief on his face. They never expected it. Under such terrifying momentum, Yi Chen can still stand up. Soon Yi Chen stood up straight and looked clear and clear. So what if your momentum is overwhelming? It's not enough to convince me, Yi Chen. But you suddenly smiled. A mere remnant soul, I'm too lazy to care, so why bother jumping out and jumping around with you? What else did you bring? Yi Chen looked slightly calmer. The remnant soul was discovered. Soon there will be a translucent old lock with white hair and beard, appearing next to Yi Chen. My little friend, I don't know which family you are from. How about giving me some dignity? When speaking, the illusory arm passes through the illusory beard. A fairy-like appearance. Your expression remains unchanged. Asked, I wonder if the senior respects and slanders me, Han Juxio? The remnant soul's mood arouses the uneasiness of another mother. In his opinion, you look too calm. He may have underestimated your origins. You lower your head and think slightly. A strange opening turned out to be a double saint. Back then, I once heard that the dual saints in the past failed to attack the realm of the 5 emperors. Later, he was betrayed by his best friend. Just like that, I lost my soul and lost the news. I never thought about it, but there is still a trace of my soul left. The remnant soul Han Juxio becomes more and more uneasy, slowly hugging the little friend already knows the old man's name in taboo. This guy is an old man. Take a step back. I owe you a favor. What do you think, little friend? You shook your head. If the senior has not died, the senior has 2 unique attainments. It's not a bad idea for the juniors to give the senior some face. As soon as you finish speaking, you take half a step back, but the senior is just a remnant soul. It's really too much of a difference if you want to ask for help. Mr. Ning, please do it. Classical Chinese. Mr. Ning walked forward slowly, with no breath coming out. Han Juxio's remnant soul began to flicker. Just a moment, Han Juxio reacted and lost his voice for half a step. Only then did he discover, I always thought I was nothing more than 5, respected Mr. Ning. His cultivation is half a step to the 5 emperors. This level of cultivation is almost the same as when he was at his peak. After coming back to his senses, Han Juxio shouted angrily, damn it, if I had never lost my body. It only takes 3 moves to kill you. The half-step martial emperor who has been promoted by an external object. Mr. Ning said nothing. He just reached out and grabbed Han Juxio. It seems ordinary, but with that palm. The whole world began to squeeze towards Han Juxio. Han Juxio gritted his teeth and shouted angrily, all his blood flowing out. A burst of divine soul power flashed through. Han Juxio's soul was instantly weakened by nearly 50%. Space collapsed instantly. Mr. Ning chuckled and was already on guard against you. A mirror suddenly became empty. The surrounding area is enveloped in endless brilliance for at least thousands of miles. All advanced static spaces are also frozen. Han Juxio showed a hint of ruthlessness. The power of the soul that suddenly shattered both arms. The frozen space flows again. Then he grabbed Yi Chen and threw him into the crack in space. As a price, the divine light was completely fixed. The remnant soul of Han Juxio transforms into brilliance. Make a rope to bind Han Juxio. Mr. Ning frowned and returned to you. Young master, he burnt most of his soul to force Yi Chen away. At this time, Yi Chen was already 100,000 miles away. Han Juxio roared at the right time. Although I don't know which family's genius you are, but Yi Chen is just a mere 5 lakes. The Yi family is nothing more than a mere frontier pawn. Why does it alarm you? Looking at Remnant Soul's words, he seemed a little confused. Mr. Ning, what do you say about the double supreme saint? A person who was once at the pinnacle of the martial saint. How could he fall in love with a waste like Yi Chen? Although Han Juxio was a little puzzled, but he still subconsciously refuted. Although Yi Chen is not talented enough, but he also respects his teachers and has a tough mind. Classical Chinese, do smile and have a strong heart. Over 1,000 martial kings cross the sky. Every normal person should know how to be respectful. A stupid young man who doesn't know what is called. It's actually worthy of a double win. The saint burns the few remaining souls. It would be strange to rescue someone. At this moment, a voice sounded and warned the son of destiny. Yi Chen Dao has something in his heart. Taking 100 of the destiny, the old man bowed his head and asked. The young master needs the old slave to continue tracking his traces. After thinking about it for a while, you decided to give up. With today's manpower in his own cultivation. Not to mention that Yi Chen, who has just emerged, does not have other trump cards. Even if I have you, I can forcefully surround and kill you. It's just that you need to learn to suppress his luck first. Not everyone who is lucky can be killed by force. If you have been accustomed to being surrounded and killed by force, what should I do if I encounter a lucky person who cannot be killed in the future? At this time, Yi Chen, who had escaped from birth, created a space crack. Looking at the unfamiliar mountains, Yi Chen knelt on the ground. Master and father. His heart was a little confused. Never expected that. Han Juxio was captured directly after showing up. Soon Yi Chen shook his head suddenly and roared, no. Don't blame me. Blame that pair of dog men and women. No matter who you are waiting. One day I will break your bones. The endless hatred rises. Hatred is motivation. Yi Chen's cultivation also took advantage of the trend to break through to 5 pictures and 12 double appointments. Half a month later you spent 50 destiny paper. Completed the foundation of the 12th level of the 5 map path. You looked at your system panel and smiled evilly. It's also time to harvest leeks. At this time, Yi Chen, dressed as a beggar, was standing at the entrance of the cave. Yi Chen felt a chill. Even now, even his 4th level of dancer's cultivation can't prevent it. Yi Chen's eyes lit up. Could it be that there was a treasure in the cave? Yi Chen did not enter the cave directly. The deepest part of the cave, a group of 3 feet in size, blue ice-like flames are burning. Yi Chen's eyes lit up. According to Master's introduction, could this be a rumor? A group of ice geese that can freeze everything. With a cold snore, Yi Chen quickly approached Bingyan. Destiny is waiting for my dogs, men and women. When I conquer the ice geese, I will freeze you into ice sculptures. Just after passing through many hurdles, when I can finally get a group of ice geese in my pocket. Yi Chen suddenly felt countless uneasiness. Look back. I happen to see a young man with sharp eyebrows and an angry heart. There is also an old man with an old face.